All right, Cali BG again. This time, it is for my college football picks. So, as I explained in my previous video, I will be picking teams each week, and I will pretty much tally mark my wins and loss column. How do I do well each week? So, for the first week, which is officially tomorrow, first game, which is Charlotte versus Louisville. Obviously a no-brainer, so big L's on that. Louisville all the way. Appalachian State versus Tennessee. I ain't gonna lie, Appalachian, they still a little bit on the power curve. I'm picking Tennessee, obviously. Indiana versus Florida International. Last time Florida International was irrelevant was the draw against Miami in 2007 or 8. Don't quote me on that. Indiana. Rice versus Western Kentucky. Don't really know much about Rice at all, so Western Kentucky for sure. Oregon State versus Minnesota. Definitely Minnesota. I have watched Minnesota play a couple times last year, so yeah, I think they're gonna do well. Army versus Temple. I would say Army, but they're just so one-dimensional as far as just triple option. But Temple is really good. I've watched them play. I watched them in a bowl game this past January. They played really good, so I'm definitely going with Temple. They're upcoming, if y'all didn't know that. Ball State versus Georgia State. I don't know any information as far as these two schools, so I'm going to randomly pick Georgia State and to see how that goes. Colorado State versus Colorado. Again, don't know nothing about these two schools. I'm gonna go with Colorado. It's up in the air. Like I said, I don't pay attention to most of these schools, so whatever's on is on. I just pick whoever. Georgia Tech versus Boston College. They definitely had history. ACC conference. I would say Boston, but nah, I'm gonna stick to Georgia Tech. They always play pretty well. They always had good running backs. Georgia Tech always have. Mizzou versus West Virginia. Now, as a country boy, you know what I'm saying? Louisville, West Virginia, all through the hills. I got to go with West Virginia on this one. I've seen them play before, and you guys are starting to come up. Not saying like in the top 10 like ranking aspect, but they starting to make a little bit of noise here, so I might have to go with the country land in West Virginia in that. Hawaii versus University of Michigan. Obviously Michigan. The Harbaugh era. I think that not only this is only just a test game for Michigan, but I do think as far as the chemistry for what he's going to bring for these kids from the NFL back to the alma mater of Michigan, I think that they're going to be okay. It's going to be a little bit of a stepping stone, but Michigan is going to be all right. Bowling Green versus Ohio State, hands down. Ohio State, if you guys are big Buckeye fans, like I know some personally, it's going to be a slide. This is probably going to be like 56-0 Ohio State. Now, Oklahoma, Houston. I played it safe by picking Oklahoma, but you never know because Houston, they usually put up big numbers. So I'm going to still stick with Oklahoma, but that might be a close game. Boise State versus Louisiana Lafayette. Boise State, because I don't know nothing about Lafayette, so sorry. Let's see. Western Michigan versus Northwestern. Definitely Northwestern, just for the heck of it. Texas State or Ohio. Know nothing about these schools, so I guess I'm randomly picking Texas State. Like I said, I don't know nothing about some of these schools at all. So this next one is interesting. UCLA versus Texas A&M. Have I seen both of these teams play before? Yeah. Do I like them both? Yeah. Texas A&M, I think they're going downhill this year. So I gotta go with UCLA Bruins. Kent State versus Penn State. Definitely Penn State. That Pennsylvania love right there. Louisiana Tech versus Arkansas. Can't really say I don't know like the history of Louisiana Tech. I mean, I only know one person actually went to school there. Shout out to him. You know who you are. Fat. In them Leesville days. But Arkansas, you know what I mean? They just because. Georgia versus North Carolina. I know that Georgia is now trying to pick up some of the slack for the last few years. They got a head coach in Kirby Smart. Are they gonna make noise? Probably not, because they basically have nobody now. However, North Carolina, that's a different story. They can play. They got players, so I would not be surprised if they were to make it to like a legit bowl game. So we'll see. North Carolina though. USC versus Alabama. For anyone that does not know this, I'm going to break a little something off about me. When I was in Job Corps, this is no joke, back in 2012, I met a lot of people that came from the state of Alabama, and they talk a whole bunch of crap about Alabama. They talk highly about the team. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna knock off the Alabama culture, because University of Alabama, they definitely bring it every year, no matter if they win the title or not. But I would like for them to win, to play it safe, but I gotta go with the upset. Why? It's just only because the revenge that USC would get over Lane Kiffin, that pretty much burned that bridge about 3 years ago. That's the ultimate vengeance right there. Even though Alabama probably will win this game, but I'm still going to pick the upset with USC. So, go Trojans. Clemson versus Auburn. Battle of the Tigers. Definitely two good teams. Clemson has definitely have a lot to prove since that whole shocker last year, especially in the championship game. So I know that they're probably pissed off right now. They're power hungry. Auburn, they usually would make noise here or there. But the thing is with Auburn is like, you can't really have faith in them until like the Iron Bowl, when they play Alabama towards like the end of the year. If anyone that's familiar with that history. So I guess I'm gonna have to go with Auburn upsetting Clemson. Like, call me crazy, but this is how I randomly pick. Notre Dame versus Texas. I can care less about Notre Dame, so Longhorns. And then Mississippi versus Florida State. Yeah, I only got one thing to say on that. So, those are my Week 1 picks. So, I will check back in and see how I do after all these games this weekend. So, your boy Cali BG again. And again, if you did not follow on the previous video, check me out. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I will show all the links so you can follow me. And show some support. You know what I mean? I know this thing is not easy, so I appreciate it. Y'all have a good night once again. So, catch y'all next time.